The Lord said to Joshua, stand up. What are you doing down on your face? Joshua 7 verse 10. Hearing the voice of God. I love that. Hearing the voice of God. Let us investigate or study something about the voice of God. When the Lord speaks. If you look here, the Lord said to Joshua, stand up. When God, the voice of God is heard by you, it calls you to attention. At no time will God speak and you continue being on the ground. The voice of God makes man stand up. Either in terms of moving on, in terms of making a decision, in terms of reprogramming, or always, if God will speak, you'll always stand up. Number two, what are you doing down on your face? Can we look at it? Israel has sinned. Every time God will speak to you, the voice of God scans for you what is prohibiting you from experiencing the supernatural. The Lord said, Israel have sinned. Aye. So they had gone to the battle against the eye. And the eye gave them such a thorough beating. And Ai was a very small town. When the Lord spoke, he said, Israel have sinned. So Joshua was there accusing God for abandoning them. So many things he spoke about. But he didn't know why. But when the Lord spoke, he told him, sin. Wow. So when the voice of God speaks, the voice of God helps you to scan through yourself what is limiting God or what is limiting you in experiencing God in your life. They have violated my covenant which I commanded them to keep. They have taken some of the devoted things. They have stolen, they have lied, they have put them with their own possessions. Why do you need God to speak? Because the voice of God elaborates in details the wrong done that violates the relationship of coexistence of God with you. The Lord is saying, they have violated the covenant. They have taken some of the devoted things. They have stolen. They have lied. They have put them amongst their own possession. He is detailing. So when God would speak, you will notice you will have a detailed view of where you are wrong. Why do you keep on losing a battle which you are supposed to win with a lot of ease? When the Lord comes, He can even reveal to you a sin committed by somebody else that is affecting you. For instance, here it is Achan who had sinned. He was from the tribe of Judah, who had sinned, but it was affecting Joshua. Just imagine, somebody is the one who committed the sin, but you are being affected. That's why you need God to speak. Because you're able to understand things that are beyond your observations. So that's why you notice people are being destroyed because of non-tithing, eating the things that are devoted to God. Because nowadays we say we cannot continue contributing them because it is men who are eating them. Let God come here and we shall give directly to him. When the voice of God speaks, that sin is elaborated. And look at it in part B. That is why the Israelites cannot stand up against their enemies. They turn their backs and land because they have been made liable to destruction. I will not be with you anymore unless you destroy whatever among you is devoted to destruction. So why do you need the voice of God? Because the voice of God also unpacks for you the dangers of not being with God. He is telling them, I'm no longer walking with you. You have been made liable for destruction unless you go and destroy. So God, when he speaks, he reveals to you the current situation or the condition, the reality of the situation in the spiritual realm. In the physical, you may look strong, but in the spiritual realm, you have already lost. That's what the Lord is telling them. You have made liable for destruction. You cannot stand against your enemy. So the Lord is telling them, don't go and fight, because you only win if I'm with you. But because of the sin you have committed, I am not with you. So every enemy you are meeting will defeat you unless you destroy. So why do you need the voice of God? Because the voice of God will always make known to you the remedy to salvage the situation. Every time God will speak to you this way, even if he will not directly tell you what to do, that voice releases the ability of God in you to discover within your system what you ought to do to make things right. God consecrate the people. The voice of God, it teaches you how to consecrate yourself, to set yourself apart. Tell them, consecrate yourself in preparation for tomorrow. For this the Lord, the God of Israel, says, that which is devoted is among you, O Israel. You cannot stand against your enemies until you remove it. God did not speak again. He went back until chapter 8. So why do you need God to speak? Because he will also, the voice of God will create in you a knowledge or an understanding on what you ought to do to make things work out for you. Many people, they will see dreams which are a revelation of deep mysteries of their life. But when they wake up, they do not know what they ought to do to make that dream come into a reality. So they are walking already with a revelation, but the situation hasn't changed. Why every revelation or every vision carries an implementation formula or implementation procedure. Now that implementation procedure is made clear and available through the voice. So if you are a person of seeing without hearing, in most cases the situation remains as it were. So how did Joshua position himself in hearing this voice of God according to this text? You can notice in Joshua 7 and verse 6, number 1, tearing his clothes. Tearing your clothes means total surrender, and fell face down to the ground. Number 2 is falling face down. That means reverence. Reverence show worship. Number 3, before the ark of the Lord. Number 3 is apply the ark of the Lord, remaining there till evening. Then number 4 is fasting. The Lord of Israel did the same. Surround yourself with intercessors and sprinkle dust on their heads. Sprinkle dust on your head. Humility. Express humility before the Lord. That is what Joshua did, and God spoke.